everybody, it's Chicago from Chicago Sweet Treats and Good Eats, and I just wanted to pop on to say hello. It has been a minute since I've popped on to say hi to you guys and just chat with you and let you know what's going on in my world. But first, how are you guys? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys having a good day today? How has things been for you? I hope if you're having a great day that it continues, and if you're not having a great day, I pray that it gets better. So I'm excited to be able to jump on here and say hi. Oh my goodness. I've been so busy lately, you guys, and it's like, man, I'm grateful for it though. I can't complain. I actually have just a little bit of me time to be able to just sit and chat with you guys and kind of like give myself a little bit of a facial. It's been crazy. I know that a couple months back, I let you guys know that we got into our new commercial kitchen space, and we absolutely love it. We're inside the Pickerington Senior Center in Pickerington, and it's really wonderful. Like, everyone is really wonderful, and they're so nice. Like, everyone there is just really rooting for us, and it's just really been a pleasant place to be. Like, when we go in and work in the morning, sometimes well into the evenings, like, it's just so great to see everyone. They always say hi. They're always saying how good the food smells, and it's just been wonderful to be in our community. You know, our last kitchen was a little bit ways away from us, and we really wanted to be in the community, someplace closer to where we live, so that we could be closer to our, daughter who's, in junior high now. So when we got that location, we were very, very happy about that. And it's just really been great. We've been busy with the items in our market, and because we do have our services on Market Wagon, and it's a really great place where you can take your food and deliver it to people who are wanting those services delivered to their door. And we've been doing that for about 5 years now, and it's really been great. And we have we do it here in Ohio area, as well as Northeast Ohio and Southwest Ohio. So it's really been great. And aside from that, we are still doing our catering for people who may need our services for whether it's graduations and corporate events, whatever they may be needing. We are still doing those catering jobs, and we also still are doing the baked cakes for people who may need things for graduations as well, and large cupcake orders and all of that. So we are still doing that as well. And we recently just had our ribbon cutting with the mayor, and that was fun. He actually stayed and had brunch because it was kind of like not really brunch, it was more like lunch. And he stayed because it was kind of early in the day, and we were glad, because he even said that normally he doesn't stay. Normally he has to, rush out and he has things to do. And our ribbon cutting, mind you, was on a Saturday, which is usually the mayor's day off. So for him to actually come, take time out of his day to make our day special was really awesome. And he stayed and he ate, and he, actually ate a little bit, like twice, which was wonderful. Like, we were so happy because we had plenty of food, right? And it was just so great. A lot of people came out and staggering moments throughout the day. When we did this, it was originally just a luncheon for the community, a soul food community pop-up, where we wanted people to come in and try our food, meet us, let us introduce ourselves to them, let them know that we're in the community, and what we offer, and that we're going to be having dinners Fridays from 4 to 8 and Sundays 1 to 6. And so it was great. Me and my husband and my kids were there, and we were just meeting people at the door, greeting them, letting them know who we were, introducing ourselves, what we do, and they got to eat for free, and it was just a really wonderful time. And with that, we starting to get customers coming out now. We're starting to get customers coming out now, coming in on Fridays from 4 to 8 and Sundays 1 to 6. Friday is our Friday, where people can come in and they can get their fried catfish, fried chicken, and we we have our baked ribs, and then we may have fries, or we may have a variety of sides, right? And then, you know, we have a dessert. And then on Sundays, it's more of a Southern feel. It's our Southern Sundays, where you may be able to come in there and get your, you know, baked barbecue chicken, baked ribs. You may be able to still get fried chicken, as well as your greens, yams, mac and cheese, just depending on what we have that Sunday. So it's been a whirlwind. It's been exciting, and you know, we're not at the space yet where we can literally say, oh, we got lines wrapped around the block or anything like that, and I'm cool with that. Like, you know, slow and steady is the race for me, right? You know, we see, you know, a lot of our people out here that are really killing it. Like, oh my gosh, like, ooh, these things keep sliding down, y'all. They be slipping in a slide. We've seen so many of our counterparts that are just killing it out here. Lines wrapped around the block, you know, 45 to 2 hour waits. It's like, that's amazing. We're not quite there yet, but we do have, you know, a steady pace, and I'm grateful for it. You know, as we grow, it really is helping us to, you know, figure out, you know, what we like, what we want to change, and, you know, just getting us prepared for when that moment, you know, happens to arise. But it's been so exciting. Like, you know, I believe I shared with you guys when we, you know, first started out doing that, we got our first DoorDash order, and it was so crazy because we didn't even realize that the tablet was going off, and we were like, what is that? We were like, oh my God, it's the DoorDash tablet. So it was crazy. But you know, we're starting to get the DoorDash orders, you know, coming. We're starting to get people ordering online on our website, as well as calling in and walking in. So it's been fun, you know. We're praying to get to the point where we will eventually one day outgrow the center that has helped us and get our own location. But, you know, even once we outgrow the center, I know that we're going to be there. I think you have to be 50 to become a member. I think we're just going to become members because, like I said, I feel like they're just beautiful people. And I feel like since I've been there, I've gained a whole bunch of new best friends. So I just love everyone so much. And so it's been great. Me and my husband absolutely just really love the Pickerington Senior Center, and we're having a good time doing our Fridays and our Southern Sundays, and hopefully we'll get to a point where we're on more days. You know, right now between this and the market, you know, we're hoping that we get to a point now where we'll be able to hire help, you know, which will be wonderful, because that'll be like another sous chef in the kitchen helping us, and then eventually hiring on wait staff, so when we have catering events, we can have them come out there and help us set up, break down, even serve while we go on to other events, or, you know, are at the kitchen working. You know, this way we will have help and not have to miss out on opportunities. I'm grateful that we're starting to get to that point. You know, I've been in business, you know, 10 years, and it's been really just pounding the pavement, making phone calls, sending emails, and just, you know, introducing myself, going to events, holding my own networking event, which I think you guys have seen on a video that, you know, we held our own networking event, and we're, you know, trying to make those events quarterly now. So we actually have our next one coming up here in June, on June 13th, and we have it on Eventbrite, and we have it on Facebook, where people can register and bring their business bestie and come and have free brunch, meet other entrepreneurs, because, you know, I feel like when I was trying to go to these networking events, it was always being held when I had something going on. So I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, I can't even get to this networking event. I got a catering event, or I'm up to my neck in cupcakes, or I got a catering thing going on, and I got 1,000 million pans of food. I can't go, you know what I'm saying? Or you go to these events and it's so crowded, you can't find parking. And I'm a drive around twice type of girl, and if I can't find no parking, I'm gonna holler at you later. Okay, I'll call you back, right? I can't do this. So you know, I was just like, you know, what am I going to do? And, you know, for the longest time, you know, my business coach, you know, she's been instrumental in my, you know, career progress, because, you know, sometimes you have all of these great ideas and you want to put all of them in place, and you just don't know where to really do that. And she really has been instrumental in, you know, you should do these things, or maybe you should kind of hold back on that. And of course, at the end of the day, these are suggestions, and at the end of the day, she can tell you all day what you shouldn't do, but you're the one that's gonna, essentially make that decision, and you have to do what's best for you. But she can give you ideas and thoughts and what you should do. And I am definitely a person, I will listen, I will make the moves. Sometimes I might be slow moving because I might be like a little hesitant or a little nervous. When I started out, it was hard for me to even like raise my prices, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not trying to gouge people. I'm not trying to really hit people in their pockets, because I know what it's like, to be struggling or to, just need your finances for other things. And it's like, I didn't want to price myself out, but at the same time, everything is like, oh my God, sky high. And if you don't raise your prices like everyone else is doing, you will be essentially broke trying to run your business. So I had to really get past that. I had to get past not wanting to post on social media often, because I felt like, oh my God, I'm posting too much. People gonna get tired of me. But at the end of the day, how are people gonna know who I am if I don't post? And that is how I've gotten so much of my business, word of mouth, people who I've done business with, people who see my posts and they're like, oh yeah, that kind of sweet treats, or that sweet treat girl, or that have a sweet treat kind of day lady. Someone sees my post. And a lot of the people that came in to the ribbon cutting, who came in for our networking event, found me through social media, whether it was Facebook, Eventbrite, Instagram, TikTok. They are seeing me, which made me realize and be grateful that, okay, when I'm posting, people are seeing it and it is resonating with people. People are interested. Okay, cool. So that has really been helpful in my business of, what I've been, trying to do. And I am just so excited for the things that are coming up. Like with our networking event, I'm super excited for that and what's going to be happening with that. And then we're getting ready to host our vendor event in October, where people can come out to our first annual Have a Sweet Treat Kind of Day event. And this is something that I'm super excited about. And I'm gonna go into more detail about that in another video. But just know that that's coming. I'm super excited about that. And I'm gonna be hosting an ugly sweater Christmas party in December, because y'all who follow me and been following me for a while know I love Christmas, and the countdown has begun. So we're super excited about that. But yeah, our networking event is coming up on the 13th of June, so we're super excited. Prayerfully we get a bunch of people out. Our last networking event, we had about 14 people that came out, and look, I was grateful for that 14 people, because me and my husband thought we was gonna be the only one networking with each other, okay? Because this was our first one, but we had people come out. They saw, how important it was, and people really got to connect and network with each other. And I was glad that it was not too big, right? Because everyone got to meet everyone. Everyone got to hear about everyone. So it was really wonderful. And I think people really walked out with some great connections. And so people were leaving and were like, man, I don't know why I didn't tell my friend to come, or this, that, and the third, and I get it. You come into these things, you're like, all right, is it going to be worth it? Let me just go get something to eat. But once they came out, they realized, oh, okay, this was really beneficial to me. So it worked out. And now people are, wanting to come back. So we hope that we have a good turnout this time. We know that it's summer. We know that it's patio time. So we understand if people are like, oh, I had every intention on going, but child, shoot, the mimosas was calling me for brunch. Okay, we get it. But we're still holding it, because we know that there are some people out there that genuinely want to connect with other business owners. So we are hoping that people do come out, right? So yeah, that's really what's been going on with me. Like, we've just been busy, been pounding the pavement. We had an event last night we had to cater for Featuring R&B, which is a really great function that goes on here in the Columbus, Ohio area. And it was DJ Beat Bangers and a couple of other DJs that were out DJing and spinning R&B music with karaoke and line dancing. And so we sold meals to their guests, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. People really enjoyed the food. Like, we were at our kitchen getting everything prepared, and it was on a Friday, so we actually ended up closing for Friday so we could do this event, because they had, reached out to us in advance about it. And so people at the center were like, oh, are you guys getting ready to do the dinners tonight? And we were like, no, not tonight. And they were like, oh man, we were looking forward to some catfish. Excuse me, I had to get some Baileys for this nice little evening afternoon here. But yeah, so that was a really fun time that we had last night. Like, people were vibing out, dancing. It was so much fun. It was our first time ever attending. So we were like, ooh, this is fun. Hopefully they have us back. A lot of people said they enjoyed the food, so we were really grateful for that. And that's really what we've been up to lately. Just trying to connect, get to know more people so that we can, cater for more people, and just really make those connections, and I'm just really grateful that things are really picking up for us. I mean, I've been praying for this moment for a long time, and now it's like coming to fruition. Just turning 50 in April, and you're just, at first I used to think, oh my goodness, I'm 50 years old. I'm getting to a point where I might be getting too old for this. But I've seen so many people that started at 50 and later, and I'm just like, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been to the point, it's, of course it gets hard. You're like, oh my God, what am I doing? But it's just never really gotten to that point where it's just like, I'm ready to throw in the towel and give up. It's like I may quit every 5 minutes, but then I'm right back to figuring out what I'm going to do next in the business, because I love it that much. And I think all entrepreneurs go through that, where they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated, I'm so fed up. And then next thing you know, they're doing something else creative in their business, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. So I was like, I think we all go through that little bit of frustration, right? But it's really been a good time so far. Like, I'm just like amazed at the progression and how things have been going since we got into this new kitchen. I just feel like we've been blessed in so many ways, and people are finding out about us. And when we were in the center and doing the Fridays and Sundays, at first I was just like, man, we're not really getting a lot of people coming in here. And I was like, I think we need to figure out a way to really get the word out, aside from the social media. Like, we have been handing out flyers, business cards, all of the things, going to places, all of the things. But I was like, we need some actually out in front of the center, like some flags or something to let people know, hey, we're here. And so we got our flags. They look great, and we put them out there, and so people could see. And then as people are actually coming into the center, we get introduced to them, let them know that, when they rent out the center space, if they need a caterer, we are one of their preferred caterers, so we can help them if they need catering. So that's been a plus too for us, right? And recently, we were at the kitchen yesterday actually, and some sheriffs were there, doing a class for them. And we actually met with the sheriffs afterward just to let them know, hey, if you guys ever need lunch or dinner, come see us. This is where we are, 4 to 8 Friday, 1 to 6 Sunday. Come get some dinner, right? So they were like, oh yeah, this is it, So we're praying that they come, firemen come. We just really been putting the word out, and just trying to get more people to come in and see us, and get to know us in the Pickerington community, so they can know, hey, there is a caterer here who can help us, whether it's for a corporate event or private event for event planners, or whether it's we just need some soul food cuisine, or for a family gathering or brunch, breakfast, lunch. We're here as that one-stop shop for people. So the word is slowly getting out there, and we're super excited about that. I know these type of things don't happen overnight. It takes time. Like, some people, they get that good strike of luck and boom, they're just hitting the ground running. But for us, it's always really been, slow and steady, learning as we go, and just watching the progression. And so I'm happy for where we are. It's never really been like a rush. I have been a person in the past, like very impatient. You know, I'm an Aries. Some of us can be impatient. We want it right now. We're going to do it. We'll think about the consequences later. I've been all of that. But in business, it's different. You can't, I mean, you can, but it's not right. You got to really think things through, take your time, figure out what's going to work to make your business profitable and where you can stay in it. You know, I'm grateful to still be in business, you know, for 10 years. I mean, when COVID hit and everything stopped, like I really had to think and pivot. At first, I was like, wow, you know, what I'm gonna do, you know, because I was at the kitchen where people had to come pick up food for me. People weren't coming out anymore, and I had to think about that. What am I gonna do? Oh, okay, we're gonna do sweet delivery Saturdays and go and drop food off and treats off at people's houses. They can't, you know, come to us. We're going to come to them, whether that is with a mask on, bringing it into where they tell us to and walking out, or leaving it at their door like they want. Hey, we had to do what we had to do. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you know, it wasn't something that I wanted to just give up on, which, you know, I could have been like, oh well, I'm just going to have to figure something out. Like I left and, you know, and retired from my job smack dab when COVID hit. Who do that? Who do that? Well, I did it, but look, I did it because I had been working my business and my job. And yeah, I had been working my job for like 20 plus years, you know, and then I was doing my business, and I had already been in my business 5 years while working. And I was like, okay, something has to give now, you know. And at the end of the day, my business won. You know, I had to take a chance on me. Like working for someone else, after a while, it just was like, you know, I can continue to keep making this company a lot of money. You know, it was a great company, you know, that I worked for. I met my husband there, moved to Ohio from Wisconsin, all of the things, met some great friends, made, you know, friends that I'm still with today. And at the end of the day, though, it was like, this was my passion. And, you know, when I think about it, when I first got into this thing, it was just a hobby. You know, it was a hobby. Just cooking for my friends, taking stuff in, and then people, you know, like, yo, why aren't you selling this stuff? When I got here to Ohio, I stopped, you know. You know, in Wisconsin, I knew people, friends, family, everyone. And then when I moved here, I stopped because I was like, I don't know anyone. I'm not going to have no customers in here. I'm just going to let that go. And until my boss one day was like, why aren't you selling these rum cakes that you're bringing in? And I was like, well, I don't really know anyone. She was like, yeah, but. And so I thought about it. And then after, you know, a while, I kind of put it back on the back burner again until I got pregnant. And I was like, maybe. But then I had a miscarriage, and so then it went back on the back burner again. So I got pregnant again. And then I had my baby in 2013, and then we moved into our home in 2014. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a house license to bake out of my home. And I did that because I could have did the cottage laws, but I was like, well, I kind of think I want to be able to ship across state lines because I still had friends in Wisconsin that were like, hey, can you send me a cake? And so that's what I did. I got licensed so that I could ship my cakes and everything. And then I always knew when I would start my business that I was going to want to cook food too. I knew it wasn't just going to be solely sweets. Like, you know, when I started my business, my website had like 4 cakes on it and some chocolate covered strawberries and pretzels, because those was the things that I was good at the time. Everything else I was YouTube University taught, cookbook taught, and you know, from there that was it for the sweets. Watching videos, watching people make stuff, and for a minute I was like, man, some of these cake decorators out here, shoot, for a minute, you know, make you be like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But with time and patience, I learned a lot. But I always knew I was going to want to cook, because cooking was where I thrived. You know, learned from my grandma in the kitchen, you know, baking, her teaching me how to fry chicken, and then, learning from her, going home and cooking for my mom, my brother and sister, and then, just maintaining that and growing with that. So when I bought my first home in Wisconsin, I was single, and I was just like, man, I was just in the kitchen one day just thinking like, we always go to my grandma's house for Thanksgiving, right? And I know I'm all over the place, y'all, but I miss y'all. I'm just talking, so just bear with me. I just miss y'all. I just want to talk to y'all, okay? I was in the kitchen, and I was like, man, we always go to grandma's house for Thanksgiving, and I know one day grandma may not be here no more. I gotta figure out how to do all this soul food that I love, because if I get married, my husband might want this stuff, and I need to know how to cook it. Now, one thing I can say I got from my grandmother is measuring by taste, because when I called her, I was like, Grandma, I want to make dressing for my home, and I need to know what I need to do. And watching your grandma cook, it'd be looking like a lot, right? So I was a little nervous, like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. But she was like, Pumpkin, that's what she called me, Pumpkin. She was like, it's not that hard. She said, she gave me everything that I needed to do for the dressing, right? So I went to the store, got everything I needed, which really isn't a lot. And got home, I cleaned all my, turkey parts out that I was gonna boil for my dressing broth, and made the cornbread from scratch, and cut up my, onions, celery, bell peppers, and got all my spices out. And, my grandmother is not a person that measures. It's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that to taste. And I knew what the dressing was supposed to taste like, right? So, once my broth was ready, my cornbread was ready, got it all crumbled up, and put the broth in there, had the meat already cooled, and pulled the meat apart, put it in there, got everything all mixed up, and baked it in the oven. And I went, by taste before, I put it in the oven to see, does it need more sage? Does it need more, onion powder, garlic powder? What else does it need? But when it got to where I knew what hers tasted like, I was like, oh, okay, this is it. From there, I was like, okay, if I can do this, I know I can do everything else. And that's when I started doing the greens, and like, the yams. Now, yams I don't eat, but I can make them and season them to the taste of what I know people love. And so I will do that, same with sweet potato pie. I will make it, I don't eat it. And like, I know people who will make macaroni and cheese and don't eat it. And I look at them like, oh, like I know some of y'all are looking at me like, nah, like, what you mean you don't eat yams? But I just don't, I don't know. But once I got that, I knew, from there, that the cooking was going to be my jam. I love frying chicken, I love frying fish, I love cooking, I love the people coming together and fellowshipping over food. Like, for me, I think it's just a beautiful thing to see people sitting, talking, enjoying food, and just being with each other and loving on each other. That's something I just truly enjoy. When people ask me to cater for them and they want me to stay and serve, and like we get everyone served, and we get to speak with the people as they're coming up and talk with us, and or they come back for seconds, and I get to sit and watch over the room and watch them eat and everything, and just watch them enjoy themselves. Man, it's just, I love that. I love it. So that's how I know, like, it's my passion, because it's something that just makes me emotional, and I just be happy to be able to make other people happy. And like, I think one time, my first time ever having to provide catering services for a repast, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. Now, we didn't have to stay and serve for that. We just had to drop things off. But for me, Chicago sweet treats and good eats, have a sweet treat kind of day lady. I'm normally like, hey, wanting to be happy and bubbly. I'm like, okay, what do I do in this instance? Do I be myself? Do I, just take the food, drop it off, and get up out of there? Or what do I do? But luckily, where we dropped everything off at, you know, everyone was like, hey, you know, come on in. And so I was able to be myself and not have to feel like I need to dial it down a bit, because, you know, when I see people, I want them to feel seen, and I want them to feel, you know, important. I want them to feel like they don't have to worry about anything. When you contact us, we're making sure everything is good to go and you don't have to worry. We just want you to enjoy or be at peace with your decision to hire us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when we, you know, get these jobs, you know, we don't take them lightly. We don't take them for granted. It's not just a paycheck. It's not just money. It's, you know, once we have the customers, like I tell the people that come in to see us, okay, now, you know, you've been here once, you are friend, you come back now, you family. You know what I'm saying? And that's true for me. You know, I see people coming into my shop and we speak, we say hi. I want them to feel like, oh my gosh, you know, we going to Chicago Sweet Treats and Goodies today. We going to see Chicago. You know, I want them to be happy to come there. You know, I want them to enjoy the experience. I want them to bring their family and their friends, you know, because when we eventually do get our own space, I want these people to grow with us. I want to see their kids grow up. I want to see their kids grow up. I want that. And I want the people to come and visit and see me and, you know, come get their food, tell me about their day and say, we're going to go home and eat this good food and watch my shows or whatever the case is. Like, you know, we want to hear about whatever's going on. You know, I do, you know, like genuinely. It's not, okay, hurry up, give me this money to get up out of here, you know. No, we are genuinely happy to see the people that come to see us, you know. So, doing this has been great. You know, when we're at the senior center and we come in and the seniors see us, they're like, hey, you guys cooking today? And what you making? And they're so interested. And some come back for the dinners on Fridays and Sundays. You know, that's cool. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying? They can go anywhere they want. But they come back asking what time it starts and all of the things and just stopping by. I literally have seniors that stop by just to give me a hug. Like, oh, you're here today, let me give you a hug. Listen, when I say they're my best friends, they are my friends. I mean, I love the seniors. You know, it really trips me out sometimes how you can have these little young whippersnappers around here talking about, oh, old people this, old people that, not really realizing that one day you're gonna get old too, you know. And they have so much wisdom and can, you know, teach you so much. So listen, y'all, I know I've been on here just talking and I've been all around the world and back, but I haven't talked to you guys in so long. I just wanted to say, hey, let you guys know what's going on. And I'm gonna drop some video in here to show you the ribbon cutting and just to, you know, give you a glimpse of some of our day, you know, doing our Friday and our Southern Sundays. And I'm gonna try to pop on here more just to let you guys see what we're doing behind the scenes, you know, what we're cooking today, you know, what we're doing today. And maybe if the seniors don't mind, I might be able to pop on and show y'all some of my best friends. So with that being said, I really hope that you guys are having a good day. I thank y'all for, you know, just popping on and hearing what I got to say. Yeah, let me know how you guys are doing, and, you know, follow and subscribe if you like what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, I thank you for, you know, stopping by. You know, share me with some of your friends that might care. And I really hope you guys have a sweet treat kind of day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
That's our little, that's the city seal, and this, of course, is Chicago's Sweet Treats.
Thank you.
And then, I was wondering, because I wasn't sure. Some people, I'm a hugger, by the way. So I was wondering if I was going to get one or not.
Oh, let me try to picture. I'm trying not to cry.
Aww.
Are you guys
Okay, 2, 1.
Thank you guys so much.
It looks amazing. What time did you guys start cooking?
Early. Early this morning.
Maybe, yeah.